Okay, okay, good morning. Good morning, Gerard of Gerard. How do I expect? Yeah. We are so excited to have you here on the Zoom today. Chansu, Caroline, and I, we talked with you. We had a good conversation in Orlando, and we were surprised the way you work offline. So, and how you built your business offline. So, you told me that you become Crystal Executive in 4 weeks, that you also shared the products also with 10 people or business partners, I don't know, that you also helped your wife to get executive in 4 weeks. So after 3 years, you have an organization of 11,500 people. And I thought it was interesting to know how you work. Yeah, I think it's interesting for these people also to work offline. And we like to hear your story.
Yes, welcome to all people who are here in the call. It's perfect that you take time on that morning. I'm happy to help also your team to grow really fast. The first, what I did 3 years ago, I started with Isagenix and I took the decision to make it very big. When I want to invest time, then it should be big and not small. And that was the decision in my brain, the will to do it. Bob Proctor, who knows Bob Proctor? Is one of his books, yes, ABC of Success. And we know he died last year in February, but he sent me that book. I was also on stage with him together, and he has to Gerd Klenner, keep going, your friend Bob Proctor. And I could learn a lot of him. The first was, if you start, then start fast and with 100% in your brain. That do not mean 100% of the day. Yes, I'm also husband of my wife. I'm father of 3 children. I have a dog. I have friends. I like to do sport every day. But in that hours where I took the decision to make that Isagenix business big, I did only things what makes the business big. That means I didn't wrote some books about vitamins, minerals, amino acids because I'm not professional in that. I'm technical engineer. That means I can't explain all the ingredients, but I can say you, if you take the XM Plus, then you have more energy for some hours. If you take the nootropic, you are fit in your brain. If you take the collagen, you have better skin, better feeling, and so on for the next years. And that's what I can tell people. But I can also ask people what they want to have in their life. I can ask every one of you, how should your best quality of life look like if you don't think about every day about bills, something what you have to pay, and not to think, oh, the day is complete full. I do not have time for my children or for my dog or for my husband, or I can't do more than 2 weeks holiday that year because time or because money. Make you more free. How should your perfect life look like? That's the first question. And I ask people that. I do not speak in the first 10 minutes about Isagenix and products and business and all that things. I speak about that what people want to have. I speak about the why. And there I ask questions, not to tell my story and what I have, and I do every month's holiday. In January, I was in Bali, and February skiing, and March in New York with my family, and April on the Fiji Islands. And that it's not important for that people who do not have money. for that things. It's not important for the people. Important is what they want to have. And so I started to call all my people, what I have in my phone, and ask them if they're open for better health, more time, more money. And the most people want to have more quality in one of these three categories. Some of them told me, I have enough money, I have enough time, but my health is not perfect. The most told me, I do not have money, I do not have time, I do not have health. I have stress, financial stress, stress in my company, at my work. That's what I heard from the most people. And then I find out with some questions which people are ready to change something in their lives. It's not recruiting, it's casting. Tough to find out which people are ready to change their lives in the next 1 to 3 years. Not in between the next 2 weeks. In a gym, you can't see the results in between the next 4 weeks or 2 weeks. You have to take the decision if you want to change your body to do it 1, 2, 3 years, and not 1 time a month, 3 times a week. 3 times a week. For 1 hour in the gym, 3 times a week, you can see after 1 year results. The same in isogenics. If you do the right things in that hours, then you will make your team better, you make yourself better, make a lot of mistakes when you speak with people, learn about them, what can you do better. It's all that what professionals in sport are doing. They go to the tennis court, take the ball, 10 times serve, 8 times not in the field. Okay, what can I do better with my technique or other things? I can take a trainer to me and say, okay, what can I do better? And so I do better. And some years later, I can hit 10 times in the field. I can bring the ball when I serve 10 times, maybe 8 times in the field and not 3 times or 1 time. Make yourself better from week to week. Personal grow, business grow, also about the products and so on.
Gerard, just a question. You told, I think you have a lot of executives in your team now? Yes. How do these people stay? What do you say that they stay in the game? They understand the business, they understand the products, they love the products. How do they stay in the business?
Not about me, about their vision, about their why. Then the bigger the why, the longer the people in the business until they have good results. And when they have good results and they earn 10,000 a month, they don't want to stop. But until the results, they have to have a big why.
So the why is the most important, most important thing.
Yes. Yeah. And if you want to bring an airplane into the air, you have to give a lot of energy that the airplane can go up. If the airplane is in the air, they need a little bit energy to fly. But to get up, the airplane needs a lot of energy. And I have so many people also in my team. They are driving with the airplane around the roll field the whole life. They don't go into the air, but there is the fun. There you can come to another destination. Not when you go with 20% energy the whole year, the whole life on the roll field, and do not get up into the air.
Can you also explain how you talk to people, where you meet people? You go to events or you meet them on your way, or?
At first, if you call, who have more than 100 people in the phone?
Yeah.
Everyone. In that 100 people, minimum of 80 people want to have more health or more quality of life, more time freedom, more money for themselves or for the family or friends or other investments. Find out for what they want to have more time or health or money.
So Gera, question. So you now you are speaking about your warm market. And what about unknown people? You also contacted them, or did you some research on other people next to your warm market?
I meet people everywhere. When I'm sitting in the airplane, there are some people sitting left of me and right, and I can speak with them why they are in the airplane, for business or private, for holidays. And so they tell me their story. Do you like to fly a lot for your company? No, I don't want to do that. Why you are doing that? If you don't like it. Did you think about that the last weeks or months? Why you do not change something in your life and do the next 40 years things what you do not like in your job? I can ask people if they are for holidays. I can, okay, do you that often? No, only one time a year. We do not have so much money. Okay. Do you want to travel oftener than one times? Do you want to travel more often than one time? Yes. Okay.
So
Which countries? I ask more. I ask more. I bring people in a good feeling. And then if you're open, do you want to know more about that you can more travel?
So Gera, and then when you have a lead, you have a contact with, are you then, of course, changing your contact details and then you arrange an appointment, a call or whatever, because yeah.
Most times Zoom calls. I ask them, okay, we're sitting here now with friends, and so I do not have time now, or you do not have time now. Give me your phone number, and also do you have time in the next 3 days for 20 minutes for a Zoom call? Let's speak about your future. Not now. When on a party, yes. And some people I do not know, and I come in contact with them. I speak with them, and they tell me, oh, they do that, and also sport and that, but they have no energy at the time. I do not speak then at the party about the products and all that. I say, okay, you're open for more energy? Are you open for more energy? Yes, I am. Okay, when do you have time tomorrow that we have a short call, 15 minutes? I want to speak about you. I think I have a solution.
And do they always come on Zoom?
The most time, because then they can see me. If I do it at phone, it's not the same energy. If I can speak with people, I can show people the nutrition or other things, yes. These are my personal products here, yes? Not for business. I have here all products. Because if I think, oh, now I want to have a nootropic, I can take it. I want to have a super mix. I want to have an e-shot or other things. I have all here. Also, Okay, it's time for a snack. I have also snacks here. Yeah, that's my life, yes. I'm sitting here in my home and it's perfect. I have all products, but also when I'm in Zoom call, I can share it with other people. They can see it. It's more energy if they can see it as when I tell on the phone, yes, you can order something or so on. And when I started, I called from A to Z, all people, to explain them that I'm creating a huge business and I help people to get more energy and more time freedom, and also if they want more money. And I want to help people to have more quality of life. And who wants to hear more about that, they should give me 20 minutes of their time in the next days. And so I spoke with a lot of people, and we signed in the first week 20, 30 people or more. And then we duplicated with them. Everyone who wants to build a business, I help them in the next 72 hours to have 2 people in the structure. Because if they have 2 people sponsored, then they get paid, not before. And so
Okay.
I have everyone in the first 72 hours, and everyone knows some people, warm contacts, who want to have more health, better health, or more quality of life, more time freedom, more financial freedom. And
I have a little question. Sorry to interrupt. I always contact very easily, and I love to talk. But when I have that conversation about the real thing, then finally, then 8 out of 10 people say, "Oh no, it's like multi-level," and there I don't know what to say, because it is network marketing. And then I say, no, this is something different. This has a very good conversation plan. And they say, yeah, all companies tell you that. So like you're a fool and that you buy that, all that crap. And I say, no, it's not crap. But then something stops inside me. I don't know what to say then. So that's the biggest difficulty for me.
When someone says to you, or tell you, okay, it's network marketing, then ask the question, do you know network marketing? I ask question. What do you know about that? Oh, I work in a company. Did you earn money there? Did you earn money there? No? Okay. Why you started at the other company 3 years ago? Maybe she will tell you, okay, I wanted to have more quality of life. I wanted to have more money. Okay, but it doesn't work. Do you want to learn all things that it works? Then I can train you. I can lead you. And if you are a short time in the company, then you can say, okay, I have an upline. Together with my upline, I will lead you, that you will be a leader in between the next 2 years. You can learn all what you need, but maybe you did it not like a professional, or you didn't start like a professional. At first, when you start and you know nothing, start as professional first in your brain. Okay, I want to learn all what I need, that I'm a leader for my team, maybe in future. And I do not speak with someone who doesn't earn money about is network marketing good or bad.
Gerard, question. Is it okay? What is your success range in calling people in your cold market? For example, you set up a call and then you explain everything. Is it arranged after the first time, or do you need to set up another meeting, or also there questions like as for example, yeah, can you share more information? What do you share? Do you send information?
It's up to 10 times that I'm in contact with people before they say yes or no. I do not know if you, maybe you know the book GoPro of Eric Worre. Do you know that book? That book?
No.
You can buy it. Eric Worre, GoPro. 7 Steps to Network Marketing Professional. It's here in German, but it's also in English. You can find it. It's one of the best books. When I started, I bought the book and I learned all what's inside. I wanted to go professional, yes, and I started to give stickers into the book on that pages what I do not know or I'm not a professional. And you can see I had a lot to learn because I'm not I wasn't professional in network marketing. I was technical engineer, but I was ready to learn all that what I need. And so I wrote that book a lot of times. And here, Eric Worre also, he wrote, it's in the book, he needs also 7 to 10 times each person to have them in the team. It's a process.
Okay.
And it's not recruiting. It's a process to find also the personal line, how we can work together. What's the why? When we start, what to do in the next steps and so on. It's to work with people. That's important.
And when do you make the choice between saying, okay, here it stops, this person shows not enough interest, I will stop the call and okay, skip the person.
Could be that someone tell me, okay, it's not the right moment, then okay, I will call you in 6 months. Is that okay? When I can show that one that in 6 months my business is much more bigger, maybe that changed the game. When I had 3,000 people and I spoke with someone, or 3 years ago when I had 50 people in my team, it was not the same than when I had 1,000 people or 2,000 or 3,000. And I spoke with some friends 3 years ago and they didn't start with me. They said, okay, I don't know if that business can grow really big. So after 6 months, and I told them, okay, is it good to have a call in 6 months? Maybe I can show you, then it's worth to come into the team. 6 months later, I had 1,000 people in the team. And I showed them, okay, I have a small team, but I earn 10,000 a month. It's good, not perfect, but 10,000, it's good for the most people in Europe. And some of them, what? You're earning after the short time good money? Now I will start with you. But important is that you grow your business in between that time and not waiting for the people. They should see that there is a different to your last call. Maybe a different of your knowledge about the products, the business. Maybe your personal growth is different. You speak other than 1 year ago. You are better in conversation and something else.
So, sorry, another question. What kind of questions are people asking? For example, could you send me some more information about this or this? And what are you sending? Are you sending a product presentation or a link to the website, or do you send nothing?
I ask questions. Why do you want to have that information? If I send you that information, until when you have looked on it and we can do an additional call about that, what I've sent to you. I want to have 100% from that person. When I send you something, I will have an additional call about that. Because if you don't have a look on it, why I should invest time to send to you? And why do you want to have that information? About product or business? Do you want to have more inputs about your health or about money and time? I want to find out what that one really want to have, because before I send some information, I want to be 100% clear that I send the right things to that one.
Okay, another question. When you make somebody associate, the first 72 hours, they have 2 persons. What do you tell to them? How do they go so fast and in the 72 hours?
I want to have some of your friends in a Zoom call, but one by one, because if I have 10 people, I can't ask to all 10 people, what do you want to have in your life? How should your quality of life look like? It's not so easy. If I have one by one, a 3-way calls, that one should bring people in a 3-way call that I can ask questions, that the new distributor, the new associate, can learn what I'm asking. Learn. If that 5 people says no, then I know I have learned all things to the new associate. It's also good. But the quote is that, but at the most people, 1 of 10 or 2 of 10 say yes. If you're longer at the business, I think I have 70 or 80%, 7 or 8 of 10 say yes. Because I ask a lot of questions, find out what people want to have. And if they want to have, they want to sign in. Not I want that they sign in. I want to bring them with a lot of questions to a level that they say, I want to change my life. And if it's only the products, I want to lose 10 kilos, it's also good, yes? But I want to find out what people want to have. And they want to sign in, and not I want that they sign in.
We have a lot of people, I think it's the same in the Netherlands, who always say, I want to try it first, and then when it works for me, I will give it to my friends.
Okay. And if it do not work as fast as you like, it works in the first 6 months, then other friends of you should have the big weight in that time. Or with the collagen, if it works with you 3 months or 6 months, other people around you shouldn't have the same possibility in the same time to change their life. It's not fair.
You tell it like that?
You go to the fitness center, and when you are in good shape, then your friends can start to change their shape. It's not fair.
Yeah.
Why? Not all people can start at the same moment. And maybe, and I have that often in my team, that some people lost 5 kilos, but friends of them lost in the 3 months 10 kilos. And they say, oh, I told all people that my friend lost 10 kilos. I lost also 5 kilos, but my friend lost 10 kilos. They have other people where they can do advertising with them.
Yeah.
And it could be that I am drinking the collagen every day and you can't see it in my face. But I have maybe 10 friends. They started at the same time like me, and all they have better results than me. Then it's also a big business. If other people have better results than me, then it could be a huge business. It's not up on my skin if it works or not.
It is all about the other, all about the other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
When someone tell me, tell me, okay, I want to have at first my own results. I want to lose in the next 6 months 10 kilos, and when it works, then I will start. Then I say to that person, okay, and your friends can't have the products in that time. If you start together, it's also nice to share how the product works, how you test the shakes. Maybe they have different products. The one has the chocolate, the other one has the strawberry, and they can change a little bit or something else. Yeah, it's also nice to have a call together. Did you lose some weight last 3 days or not? To have other people, they are in the same situation, creates also a good community for the future. And what also possible, or what's facts, not possible, it's facts. When you have 10 people who want to start with you at the same moment, then you have 10 times the first start bonus of 20%. If you spend 300 euros for your basic pack or other things, yes, and you have 10 people who spend also 300, and you earn 20%, 60 euros of each one, and you have 10 people, then you earn 600, but you spend only 300 for your own pack. You can pay for the next package for the next month, and it's for free because you earned 600, because you brought 10 people also to the products and to a business, to a solution to feel much more better. It's not about the business.
Okay.
And there are some people outside. They are able to buy the first 40 collagen, but they think, okay, next month 165 euros again. If we help people to bring the first 2 into the system, and they will earn from the 165 20% 30 euros, 2 times that 60 euros, and then they are a consultant and will get 44 euros for the consultant bonus. They will earn in the first week 100, and they spend 165 for the first order, they have 70% back.
Right.
The first week. That's the reason why I work with people and not sign up and then let it be. And
Yeah.
so we had more than 3 or 4 or 5. I think in my team, I have 6 or 7 people. They did executive in the first 4 weeks.
By sharing.
By taking the phone, have 10 people who want to change their lives, and the 10 people have 2 below. That do not mean that you have a stable business, because some of them have only 2 or 3 sponsors, yes, and not who want to build a business. But you have your crystal executive in the first 4 weeks, and then you can have a look, who of my 10 consultants want really do that business? Maybe only 5. Then you have to do 5 more, that you have a stable executive business. And what we do, I share that with my team. Take stickers, take 5 on the left, 5 on the right, and put names on it. Call them. That's 10 people. And if that one wants to sign up, let it here. If that one's, oh no, it's not the right time, do it here on the, was heißt Ersatzbank. In football, you have 11 people, and then you have some extra people on the line, yes? Put it here. Maybe they want to start later. And if Olga says, no, it's not for me, take it away. Empty sticker here, and new name here. Call Martina and say, Martina, I want to help you to have more quality of life. Are you interested in that? And if you have 10, it's done. And then help, that's 10 people that they have their own picture. And they should create 10 people. If you have 10 people who have really good 10 people, then you have 10 executives, frontline. I'm 5-star now. That means I have 5 direct sponsored people who are executive. And I want to do 5 more that year, that I'm 10-star, end of that year. 10 people who are executive, frontline. But I have someone in my team, Maya, she has 12 executives in her team because she did exactly that what I'm telling her. Bring people who want to do in the first 72 hours that they get paid out, that they have 2 people, that they are consultant.
I see just a question from Ranjana. If you do a Zoom call, are you using a template or just connect, just talk? Or you
I want to speak with people. I want to hear from people. I do not want to tell them and show them presentations. Oh, they know that from other networks, maybe, yes. But they want to hear, can I change with Isagenix my life? They want to find out in the 20 minutes for themselves, is that the right vehicle for me? Are there the right people? Want they know something from me or want they tell their story? I do not want to tell the Isagenix story. I want to ask people a lot of questions, find out why they have, what they want to change in their life to live a better life. That's the only one thing that burns in that people. And that help you in the up and also in the downs in the business. If you do not have a big why, the first light wind and you are blowing away. And so the only why, if the why is big, if you have a big why that you want to change what in your life, or you want to have the big why because your children or your family or other, the why can be up on you or up on the family or community or other things what people want to change. If the why is big and strong, then you can help that's one to become a leader in between the next 12 months or 24 months or 3, 4, 5 years. Some faster, some needs more time, but it's good. All it's good.
Are you just working in Austria, or do you have also people in other countries?
Not the world, also in New Zealand, in Australia, in US, but the most people in Austria or Germany, I think 70%, and in Italy, France, other countries.
But
because some of my team knows some other people in other countries. When, for example, when Maya started, she's a Bulgarian lady. She's living in Germany. She's in my fifth level, yeah, in my 5th level. But she called me every day and asked questions. I said, okay, that could be one of the next leaders. And I supported her better than her own upline because her upline wasn't active. The upline over her upline wasn't active. And so I helped her. I helped her really good every day to grow her business. And she told me, I want to open Bulgaria. And okay, Bulgaria is not open, but if you speak Bulgarian language, who do you know who speaks Bulgarian language in Germany, in Austria, in Belgium, in Netherlands, or someone else? And so we built some 100 people and we built it bigger. And then I called Elena Bird and I said, okay, I want to have 2,000 people in Bulgaria and Austria or these countries what are open. Is it possible if you have more than 2,000 people who are speaking Bulgarian language and want to build huge business in Bulgaria, that we have the possibility in the next years to open Bulgaria. And then we did 2,000 people, Bulgarian people, into Maya's team in between the next 6-7 months.
Wow.
And on Fiji, I asked Sharon Walsh and also Elena, when can we open Bulgaria? And that was in April. And they told, okay, 26th of June, is that early enough? And I said, yes. And so we did until that date, 3,000 people in her team and 12 executives. And now Bulgaria is going really fast up.
Wow. Nice.
But the vision was in her, not in me.
Yeah.
I helped her to live her vision. If you help people to live their vision, you will create leaders. And if you have more leaders in your team, you can lay back and say, oh, the business is working. 300 people more that week. And I did nothing. I was sitting on my bicycle the whole week. Create leaders. Help people to live their dreams.
Can I
Find
ask
out what they have for dreams.
just another question from Felice?
Mhm.
You note down all the info you get. Can you tell us more about your follow-up system, please?
Follow-up system.
People you talk with and they said no. You put them on a list. What do you do with these people?
Yes, I call them 6 months later, months later, and I ask normal conversation. I ask, hey, Tom, we spoke 6 months ago about that, what I want to create and help people to more quality of life. What changed in your life the last 6 months? I ask question.
A lot of questions.
A lot of question.
Yeah.
How's your family? Did you do some traveling with your family? And then the people will tell you, no, I didn't have time. I had so much stress and so on. Okay, Tom, you told me 6 months ago that you had every time stress and now the same. Maybe it's in 1 year the same what you're telling me. It's that the lifestyle what you want to have? It's that your wish in your life?
Can you please explain your follow-up system, just like you showed us the board behind you with the 10 associates that you directly unplugged? I would love to hear about your follow-up system.
It's easy and simple. I say people, you have more than 10 in your phone who want to change your life. That means executive is in your phone. Crystal Executive is possible in the first weeks. Maybe in the first months, it depends on that, how fast you want to go. So then I help someone, what I sign in, that he showed up me, his friends in Zoom calls. So we can help Tom, maybe, that Tom can bring his 10 people into the system. And then we help that 10 that they bring people into the call. Maybe I'm in the call also, or Tom will do that with his people, but that's the duplication. I help Tom, that Tom will learn all that what he needs in the first 10 or 15 Zoom calls. And then Tom can do it with his people, that they can bring their people into the call.
Yeah.
Important is that everyone who wants to do is in the first 72 hours, is the possible that he is or she is paid out. That she or he is consultant. And then we help that people in the first 4 weeks, latest 4 weeks or faster, to be manager. Because as a manager, he has earned around 500 euros. And that 500 euros means first order is back, next order is back. People do not take their own money to buy the next products. It's out of the Isagenix business to buy the next products.
Yes, I understand. Thank you. But
That's all.
I just want to know, do you have a follow-up system? The follow-up, do you do it on your computer in an Excel? Do you write down the names?
Yes,
the follow-up, how do you do the follow-up?
Yes, I have a simple Excel paper. I'm old style. Yes, I have the name there, and in between one field, okay, I called Tim on the 12th of June, and I will call him back on December.
Okay.
Or I do not. I'm on holiday in August, in July, and August. Please call me on the 3rd of September, and I put that into my phone.
In your agenda.
It's
Okay.
so important that when I tell someone I will call you on the 3rd of June at 10 o'clock in the morning, that I do that on the 3rd of September at 10 o'clock. It's very important to do that what you say.
But you write it down in Excel. Everything
Yes, I do that. But
everything you do.
I have people in my team that they have a better system, and I start now to work also with the app of Isagenix. There you can put all the things inside that you to follow up people on a special date and time.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, but it's easy. I have people, they work like me. I did also sometimes old style, yes. But it works.
Hi, Gerard. This is Esther.
Yes, hi, Esther.
Hi. First of all, thank you so much. So much value already. I love it. Thank you, thank you. Dankeschön. What are for you like I would say like top 5 qualities of a business partner? Are there some qualities that are important to you, like that are very, you gotta have them?
Important is that people doing that what they're telling you. If they say, okay, we have every Monday at 9 o'clock in the morning a call for 20 minutes to see what we have to do that week and next week to planning our business, people have to do what they say. That's important for me. And also if they have good results or bad results, to go forward, to say, okay, we creating that business in between the next 3 years. And we do not think every day, is it good to do it or don't do it or something else. Consistency is so important for me that people don't waste my time.
So they have to be willing, coachable, and open.
If they do not have the right results that week or in the first month, that's not important for me. Maybe they have to learn something, or it wasn't the right people. It's not the problem. To have the clear decision, we make it big, and not we must have results in the first week. It's not important. It's a business to grow, personal grow, business grow, team grow, and all that things. Important is that I have people I can trust.
Yeah, rely on, trust.
Yes, better word.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly.
Yes.
And are hungry. I like that also.
To work together.
Yes, exactly. Nice. Thank you so much.
Now we know why they opened Bulgaria. It's because of you.
Because of a big vision, not about me.
Yeah.
The vision was bigger than me, and that's important. My vision here, yes, my vision was bigger than me. And I didn't know 1 month before Orlando that I want to fly there, because I said, no, I have to work with my people. I don't want to go to Orlando. And they wrote me, I'm in 4 categories on stage. I have to go. And I thought, okay, I don't want to go. But something in my brain told me, you have to go for your team, not for yourself. You have to bring these awards back to your team and not back to your home. It's teamwork to get rewards. about Global Leader of the Year or business development. And that's the reason why I went to Orlando and attend that big event. I do not need the big celebrations, all that. It was nice on stage to speak to so many thousand people. It was great. And not in my main language, to do it in English and not in German. In German, I can stand the whole day on stage and can tell people what they should do. But it was also a little bit to go out of your comfort zone and also to show people that it's possible. For someone in a small country, 3 years only in Isagenix, and there are so many people, they are 21 years in Isagenix, yes, in US, and they were not on stage to get that awards, but they have more knowledge about the products, the business. They have big teams, hundreds, thousands of team. David Moses, 300 people. I spoke with someone, a nice lady. She told me she has 3.5 million people in her team. 4.5 million people into it. Once she said, and my people are not on stage, and you are on stage. You have a big future in front of you, and also your team, because you're a leader, you go forward. And we need leader to go forward, to bring other people also in the same energy. And if people from my team better than me about my start energy, it's perfect. It's perfect. They can earn much more money than I earn. And I'm really happy about that. But someone has to start. Someone has to go forward and bring other people. Like the Tour de France, yes? Last 3 weeks, yes? There were some people who brought other people to the last 500 meters. And then the sprinters went forward and were the winner of the race. But other people lead them to the line. All are important of a team.
Wow, great. It's
And
like
take all average what you have in your team. And not every one of you have average and non-averages, yes? And if you are a team and you put all that together, you have only averages. And that's important. Someone is better on stage, someone knows more about the product, someone is better to create a good presentation on PowerPoint or something else. Someone is good in social media, do a call with that one, other people can learn about that, bring people together. That's important.
wow. It's like my upline Kelly always says, it's not about me, it's about the team who is winning. So beautiful.
There's a big vision, and we're so small in that vision, but together we are really big.
Yeah.
And that's Europe. That's why I'm in the call. Nobody here is in my structure, but it's important to make Europe really big, to help so many people to live a better life, to think a little bit bigger every day, 1% every day. Then you have in 100 days, 100% more.
Wow. Other questions or?
Yeah, I have a question regarding that book GoPro from Eric Hora. I'm just in the meantime I'm trying to order that book online, but it's not available in English, only a German edition. Which one do you have? Sorry.
I will send to Isa I have a version in German and in English, a yearbook, and you can hear it today. I will send it and she can share it into the group.
Okay, because I think the book is not available in English.
Also send the link here in that group. One moment, please. Maybe I have that here. Information for partners. One moment. Maybe I can help you now. So, GoPro, it's in German. I wanna find out. I have it in English. I have to find out, but
You can put it on WhatsApp. I will send it to you.
Yes, I will find it out. I will send you, and Isabel can share it to the whole group. Mhm.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much for this call. Also from Chansu, she had an appointment, and from Caroline, she has to work. But thank you so much for this call. It's very valuable.
Dankeschön, Gerard.
You're welcome.
We loved it. Yeah.
I hope there are some sentence in it what can help you to think bigger, to make it bigger. Do not think about what you can't do. Think about that what you can do and what you can grow and where you can grow. And yes, personal growth is so important in our business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You
Grüß
have a
Gott.
really good time. I love you. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Thank you.
Dankeschön. Danke sehr. Tschüss.
Ja, tschüss, tschüss.
Bye.